And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. Let's go now. 8, read.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Go, 5.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Hey, high 7. Watch 88. Watch 88. Rip left. Leo. Lucky. Quick the edge. Come. Check 3. Check. Let's go.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Carson. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
Flying 90.
52. Kill.
Gun.
Motion.
Penny, a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down, Carson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 36, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seattle.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. This is Carson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far.
Watch twist. Check 50. Check 50. Slam.
Check 50. Check 50.
Here's Penny. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yep.
It's Barkley on the counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Go.
I got motion man. Me. I got this.
Get.
Now Jones. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 72 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the taking off and going for the defensive guys? Plays like that really hurt.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. And what's the call here? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Switch. Shift.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 9.
Ready?
Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the backer.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Go now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
C6.
Even. 4 down. Even. Tight dog.
Go. Five.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, throw left side, complete to Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Michael Kendricks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
52. You. Slam.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Check.
Hey, let's go double count right here, double count.
Now Wilson, operating from the gun. Flushed out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
They can't hang with us.
Be grip.
Jones now. A final shot before break. He's going to let one fly for Tate. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Carson. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Check.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Waiting.
50's the mark.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Gun.
50. Let's go, baby. We turn over. Let's get that ball.
On first down, Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
You better be ready.
19.
Check 37.
Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Tight left. 4 down.
Back to throw. Jones. Big hold of the 30. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got 4.
Looking to throw. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. To Shepard, complete over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here we go. 18 Gator. We want it. Come to my work. Hit it.
Back to throw. Jones. And Tate's got it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Jones now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Check.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Seahawks.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Check 3.
25, check 25, check 25. Let's go.
Again, it's Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch the run. Check 52. Shift. Watch the shift.
And
Check your hot read. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
rock it.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 55, Mike 50.
61, matchbox lights.
It's a party now. Kill. Hatchet. Mike 50 down.
Looking to throw. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Kendricks. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
At the 41-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
25.
52. Let's go, tackle. Let's go.
Here's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Good, guys. 4 down, 4 down.
They run it with Carson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Alert. Check 3. Begin.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Carson. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
38. Giants nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Ready.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Feels right. Record. Get it.
2nd and 5. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Yo. Ready.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Here we go.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Here I come. Hard.
49, check 49, check 49.
Back. Shit.
Alert 3.
Out.
Another try for Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And it's for pride now, but the Giants do get a bit closer. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Makes the score Seahawks 38, Giants 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Oh, they flip it it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
52's the mic. I'm coming. Be alert. Check right.
On third down, Penny. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Pull it high. 3 buzz. Alert flare. Check 26. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, lock it. Go. Check 6, go. Ready.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. On fourth down, Jones. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Michael Kendricks. Thank goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin first and goal already at the 5-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check 99. Check 99.
One left, one left.
Penny will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Myers' kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday.